I've got all the pieces here to build a 4-post trophy kit. I've laid all the parts out on the table and compared my packing list, and I've got my instructions to follow. Now remember, if you're purchasing multiple kits, you need to measure your columns and your rods to make sure that you're using the correct parts to build the trophy that you want to build. The first step is to attach the coupler to the threaded rod so that you can attach your eagle trim. Remember to use the short threaded end of the rod to attach the trim so that the long threaded end goes into the base. Now, once I've got these 4 together, the next step is to attach the lid. The lid has a top section with a bevel edge and the lower section with a countersunk for a hex nut. So you pass the rods through the lid. I like to do that upright like this. It makes it easier to attach and a little faster. And then the next thing is to lay the whole assembly down on the table and use your check rings and columns. Now remember, check rings have a lip that's meant to go away from the wood of the lids. That way the column can seat up inside of the check ring. If you've got it upside down, you're going to crush it. Now that the check rings and the columns have been installed on the rods, it's time to attach them to the base. You want to carefully pass the threaded rods through the holes in the base, just getting them all lined up and careful not to disassemble the work you've previously done. It helps if you grab them here at the eagles so you can push it in and get it together loosely. Now, we're going to use hex nuts to put this kit together, but some kits require ferrules, so you need to check your instructions to see which ones are required for your kit. If I hold on to the eagle, I can thread a hex nut onto the rod of each one, being careful not to do too tight because I still have to get them lined up for the front face of the trophy. Just get it together loosely, and then we can stand it up and line it up. Now what we want to do next is align up the eagles so that they're facing where we want them when we tighten up the posts, and the columns do the same thing. Just make the trophy the way that you want it. It's your trophy. Then get it tightened down. Not too tight, just tight enough so that the parts don't move when the trophy's being handled. It helps to grab the eagle as you're tightening the hex nut so that nothing spins. All right, the next portion is the upper section of the trophy. We're going to take the threaded rod, the short threaded section, attach a coupler. We're going to put our figure on top of that. This is the female victory figurine. We have hundreds to choose from on the website. This is the one we chose for this trophy. Put your cup lid through, put the rod through the cup, attach the two. Take your marble lid, shiny side up, put that through to the cup, and next the oval column. Place the threaded rod through the hole, and we're going to use a hex nut. I've got a nut driver to attach this to the wooden lid. Now it helps to try to do this in a couple stages because you just want to get it tight enough to move it around but not so tight that you can't. Line everything up the way that you want it. Make it nice. And hold the figure while you're tightening the nut. And again, not too tight. Okay, that's good. We're going to do our lower trim. I've got a first place trim piece here. And I've got a hex nut. Tighten that. And then the last step is the nameplate. Now the nameplate has double-sided tape on the back. So you remove the cover from the double-sided tape. And be careful with it. It's made of metal. You don't want to bend it. You just want to line it up with your fingers. Get it lined up just right. Place it on the trophy and press down to get the tape to stick. And this is our 4-post trophy kit from trophykits.com.